Is this about trade or is this personality politics? You started off talking about it's a mixed bag of everything. What do you give more weight to?
Well, I think it's about Pakistan too.
Right.
I mean, the U.S. suddenly is working more closely with Pakistan.
Yes.
And by the way, Saudi Arabia just announced
Yep.
a security alliance with
Yes.
Pakistan. Now, if you're India, next time you get into a fight with Pakistan, before you engage in drone strikes or bombing, you got to think about, oh, is Saudi Arabia going to defend them? And what does that mean for us, right? So, I mean, your life is getting more complicated because of all of these moving parts, which are
Yes.
being driven by the political revolution of
Mm.
Donald Trump.
Mm.
So, of course, the fact his personality and his unwillingness to exist by the rules that other people have set,
Mm.
his own predecessors, American presidents, his own Supreme Court, his legislature, but also other countries around the world. He is singularly unwilling to live by those precedents. Doesn't care. His view
Mm.
is I'm powerful, I'm the president, you got to listen to me. And if you don't, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose your agreement, you're going to lose your security, all of those things. There will be consequences. Now, what we have so of course the person is driving a lot of this.
Mr.
But
Bremmer,
we've
it sounds,
also
yeah.
seen that there are countries that can stand up to Trump and say, no, the Chinese have stood up to Trump. And effectively, in my view, the Russians have stood up to Trump. So far, I'm not sure it was a good idea for them to stand up to Trump because I don't think the Russians are gaining much, but they have stood up effectively. There have been no consequences to the Russians for telling Trump no. And I think Modi is in that space, right? Because Modi could have easily not embarrassed Trump about the India-Pakistan issue. And instead, Modi decided to publicly say, no, you had nothing to do with this, and really did embarrass Trump on the global stage. And most other leaders in the world would have sucked it up and not said anything.
There was a call that happened after the G7 visit that happened. There was a call that happened between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump. And what we've
Yeah.
heard from the Indian side is categorically that they denied any sort of declaration by the White House that they played a role in the India-Pakistan
Right. They
mediation.
did deny it. The Indians denied it. The Pakistanis said that the U.S. played a significant role. I've
Right.
spoken with many in the Trump administration, and it's very clear that the truth is in the middle, that
Okay.
there was a role played by Vance and by Rubio and by some senior State Department staffers who pulled all-nighters on this, and that they had influence. They were
Mm.
constructive. I wouldn't say they were definitive.
Right.
But my point is not that. My point is that you could say they were really important. You could say they were a little important. Modi decided personally that he was going to make this public and he was going to embarrass the U.S. president, even though the U.S. president is much more powerful than Modi is.
Mm.
And most other leaders in that position have
Mm.
chosen to remain silent. They've
Right.
sucked it up. Some of them have even proactively talked about how amazing Trump is, how wonderful Trump is. I mean, look at Keir Starmer, who certainly doesn't like what Trump stands for, but loves the fact that he got a better deal from Trump than other countries have. He's in a very weak position. So, I mean, Trump is, sort of the God's grace from the
Yeah.
UK perspective. Modi is really on the opposite side of that. And
Yeah.
that certainly has helped Modi in terms of domestic politics.
Right.
We will see if there are broader consequences on the security and the economic relationship. It's an interesting question.